Why would an old lady, a transgendered old lady, for legally I am a lady now, even if I don't show it, why in the world would one write an autobiographical story or at least put it to video? Well, the thing is, I was asked by a nephew to write a story, and I've been trying for 2 years now. And I can't say the story that I put to paper is a story that I extract from memory and imagination. For as you grow older, the two, the memory and the imagination fuse, and so I suppose the stories that I have in mind to write about are not the stories as they happen. But I told you it is an interesting life, and it goes over, I suppose, 2 or 3 generations by now. My parents' generation really had a rough life, and I don't think they wanted it for my generation. That is, my parents were raised, came, not born, but came into the world of experience of being adult during the Great Depression and during the Second World War. And I've always thought that that generation gave us something that we have not been able to give. We have not given. It's not that we weren't able. We haven't given you the life that they gave us. They really gave us everything they have. I think deep in my heart, I think that they just didn't want us to go through what they had to. And we produced, or they produced, the greatest generation, Tom Brokaw calls them. They produced just a beautiful world for us and raised us in it. And of course we objected often enough to it. And I, in particular, objected to the life I was given, and so I think that's the heart of the story, but it isn't a sad story, it's a very happy story. I had a good time. I lucked into a number of things, and the very serious flaws that I developed, the rebelliousness that I had because I couldn't be who I wanted, I survived it. And there's no reason for having done so. And it's the enjoyment of the life I lived. As maybe you can tell, I spent my life accidentally, in fact, as a teacher. It's quite true. If you can't do anything, you go into education. And I wasn't doing anything for about the first 25 years of my life and wound up in education. I come from a family of teachers, and luckily for me, these aunts mostly, uncles and cousins, they gave me a number of great gifts. They allowed me, well, a couple of aunts taught me how to read before I went to school, and for some reason I could always count quite well, so early in life, early in schooling, I didn't have much to do except be mischievous. And then, because I thought myself odd, especially as thought came to me, life goes through a succession of succession. And as I discovered myself, I discovered I was weird. I was put in a strange role. The life I wanted, I was told I couldn't have. I'll make an issue of that through these because that's been my life, of living very secretly, or at least as much as I could, in one way, and acting otherwise. I felt of necessity. So I hope to put to video in short bursts some of these experiences, and hope you can enjoy them, because it is an enjoyable story, although it's kind of iffy at times. Well, let's get on with it. There'll be a whole series of anecdotes because I want to restrict each one of them to about 5 minutes, and I just cannot say anything in 5 minutes. Well, here we go.